Welcome back. Now it's a big day for Crystal Palace. The hearing regarding their Europa League demotion is taking place at the Court of Arbitration for Sport in Switzerland. Our chief correspondent, Kaveh Soloko, is there for us. Kaveh, I understand you've just been speaking to Palace Chairman Steve Parish. What can you tell us?
Yeah, Steve Parish has just left the hearing, actually. He stayed for 8 hours. The hearing started at 8 a.m. UK time this morning. He had to leave a little bit early because he has become a grandfather again and he needed to catch a flight back to the UK to celebrate the birth of his grandson. But he stayed for the main part of this hearing. We're expecting it to go on probably for another hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. But we did speak to him as he left, and he did give quite a lot away about what was going on inside the hearing today. I asked him a couple of questions alongside Mike Keegan of the Daily Mail. Steve, how did the hearing go today?
Long, very involved, very detailed, lots of legal arguments. So we'll see on Monday.
Did you think you got a fair hearing? What was your impression of how your arguments went down with the panel?
No, it's very hard to say. It's just people listened. They listen to both sides, don't they? So I don't know.
Were the other side putting forward any sort of convincing counter arguments, anything that you hadn't heard before?
I just think there were lots of detailed legal arguments, as you would expect. So, there's nothing, I can't talk about it, obviously. It's still going on. I've got a new grandson, which I'm going to see. So, we'll just have to see on Monday. I thank you for coming out. I know it's a long way, so I want to give you something. But honestly, I don't know. It's going on, very detailed, very involved. Let's see what happens on Monday.
You're feeling a little bit more confident than you were this morning, a little bit more hopeful?
I think, given where we are, it's hard to be confident because it seems dystopian to be even in this situation. So I don't know. Hopefully good sense will prevail and we'll get to the right answer, but let's see on Monday.
Have they given you any indication, Steve, of when on Monday you're likely to hear?
No, I don't know, no.
And have you got a message for the Palace fans who are obviously following this pretty closely?
Well, yeah, the Palace fans have been brilliant throughout all of this, and it's been a difficult summer for everybody following what's been an amazing triumph. So we're looking forward to the season. We've got the Community Shield on Sunday. Whatever happens, we're going to be playing Europe for the first time in our history. So, that's what's important. It'd be good to get all this behind us and to focus on the future.
And if you lose the appeal, will you definitely play in the Conference League? Because there's that two-legged playoff, I think, starting on August the 21st. So there's no chance that you would boycott the Conference League?
No, I don't think so. I mean, do you think we should boycott the Conference League?
No.
No, I don't think so. I think we just have to see what happens on Monday. But no, I don't think that's the plan.
Obviously, you can't say too much, but was everything fairly amicable in there? Everybody was quite grown up, civilised?
I think people certainly know me and a legal process. Of course, yeah, it was very civilised.
So it's been a very big few days for Steve Parish, the Crystal Palace chairman. He's had this hearing today, which lasted 8 hours, and it's still going on. The Crystal Palace legal team, I think there's around 6 or 7 lawyers still arguing Crystal Palace's case in the building behind me. We're expecting the hearing to finish, I think, in around 90 minutes' time. But of course, there is not going to be a verdict. There is not going to be a judgment this evening. We will have to wait until Monday. And if Crystal Palace do win this appeal, that will mean that they will be back in the Europa League. They won't be playing in the Conference League. They'll be in the Europa League, a place which they earned by winning the FA Cup 3 months ago at Wembley Stadium. But if they lose this appeal, they will be demoted to the Conference League. And Steve Parish, you heard him say there, they won't boycott it. They'll definitely play in the Conference League. Bad news for Crystal Palace, of course, would be good news for Nottingham Forest, because if Palace lose this appeal, then expect to see Nottingham Forest playing in the Europa League in their place instead next season.
Kaveh, thank you.